What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. We are early because if you're not early, you're late. And that's just how the world works, okay? Today, we got two Monday night football games. Pretty big, which I really don't know why, but kind of crazy. I would have expected, like, hey, maybe they have a Monday night or Monday evening game and then a Monday night game. So we can have football the majority of the day. But you know what? It's Monday. People work. That's all right. We're working every single day. That's why we're here. We're going to go live so don't interrupt your broadcast of the game. But today we have, from the title of the video, biggest concerns from the team so far in week 2. Obviously, you could tell by my name, I am now Sad J because I am very sad here. It's a sad day. The Niners did go through a win for their home opener, but at what cost? They lost Trey Lance. I don't know if we want to get right into that right away, just because there's so much to dive into, and that's probably one of the biggest stories out there, which I will dive into more on our Friday video for the 49ers and what this means for us and Jimmy G and our future, because Trey Lance will be out for the whole season. But if you really want to know how I feel, go check us out on NSP TikTok. Okay, you guys, we do have a TikTok, NSP Football Talk. I just released a video today at noon, but guys, so far, week 2, we are all now 1-1. Niners 1-1, Seattle 1-1, Packers 1-1. How are we feeling?
Hey man, I'm just happy because you said on one of our videos we got the Niners and we got the Packers winning the division, and then we got the Seahawks. So I'm happy that we're all 1-1. Just for now.
All right, yeah. Hey, I'm really happy with our record. This is what I predicted, and we saw a lot of growth for what our new team's going to look like this past games against the Bears. So I'm pretty excited.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of Bears fans thought they had a chance to go against the Packers. I just want them to know right now, okay, it was a fluke that they beat the San Francisco 49ers. They're pretenders. You guys won't amount up to beating the Packers anytime soon, not even close. Go ahead, Reed.
Dude, like they've been talking all offseason about Darnell Mooney or whatever his name is. Dude had one catch for -4 yards. Come on. Get out of here. You guys are trash.
He's one of those busts, man. It's just
next year you guys will have a chance to be good with all the cap space you guys have, because you have so much cap space next year. But right now you guys suck.
Who are they gonna get though? Nobody's coming off contracts basically.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what? It really disappointed me that Justin Fields. I didn't want to talk about the Bears, but this is news, okay? Justin Fields came out and said it hurts more in the locker room than for the Bears fans because at the end of the day, they don't put in any work. They sit on the couch and watch us bust our asses, and we have the nerve. They have the nerve to complain. That it is something I will never understand about this fan base. That was Justin Fields talking about the Chicago Bears fan base that he loved so much. Remember that conference that he went out and he said that, I'm so excited that the Bears drafted me. Great fan base, whatever. Screw the Niners. That's what he said. But now he's turning the tables. He got embarrassed playing against the Packers, and he says that about the fan base. How do we feel about that? I know he's a young talent. He has a lot to learn. But yeah, I kind of get some Baker Mayfield vibes here. What do y'all think?
I think he still is just young and doesn't know how to talk to the media. I think that may be one thing about this. But, I mean, I don't think this is a thing to write off Justin Fields right now. I don't think it's that big of a headline.
Yeah, man. I just think if it doesn't stop now, it's going to continue because the Bears are not going to be a winning team for a while, in my opinion. They have a lot of draft picks and stuff like that and a lot of cap space, just like Reed said, but they usually never amount to anything with that stuff. So he's going to have a hard career as of now.
Nice. Let's move on. Let's go to another game that I want to mention. A game that a team just totally blew a lead. Okay, I was super excited because this team was going against a divisional rival, which was the Cardinals. So I'm talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. They were up 20-0. Was the third quarter, 20-0 by the third quarter, and the Cardinals came back and they won the game. What's going on with Derek Carr? What's going on with Devontae Adams? Are these guys just a bunch of pretenders? Are they going to finish last in the division? What is going on? You could have stopped them for a quarter and a half.
Well, here's what it is, man. I got some stats on all the teams that are 0-2. And right now, the Raiders, their biggest thing is rushing. They do not have Josh Jacobs playing a factor in that game. So every team knows that they're going to be passing the ball. So after a while, it gets old. I mean, Davante Adams is going to do what he does, but they just can't score after a certain time. And that's what happens when they played the Chargers, too. I believe when they played the Chargers, they were doing very well. And then once the fourth quarter comes, they can't capitalize anymore. So just some stats here. They have 31 passing first downs and 5 rushing first downs. They have 4 passing touchdowns and 0 rushing touchdowns. And they've both lost each game with a lead or by less than 7 points. So just one more touchdown, whether it be rushing or passing there, and they might have won both of these games against the Chargers and Cardinals.
Jeez. I didn't know that Devontae Adams only had 12 yards. I mean, last week when the Packers were playing, they were just constantly bringing up how many yards Devontae Adams had, but they didn't bring it up this week. So that's a little weird that they didn't do it this week. I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Raiders, they're not connecting. It's just, there's a lot of missed opportunities there. I don't know how you only target Devontae Adams twice in the whole game. You're telling me he was only open twice? That's a lie right there. You need to target him. You need to scheme him open, whatever you need to do, because that is your playmaker. You're paying him the most amount of money, I think, on your offense, other than probably Derek Carr. You need to be getting him the ball at least 10 times, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong here, guys?
At least target him 10, 11 times. In my
Right?
opinion, if you have a receiver like that, as dynamic as that, you got to force feed the guy. Okay,
Yeah.
you got to make it happen, make plays, throw some screen routes, get him open, force feed him because he is a playmaker. Once the ball is in his hands, he could make something happen. Okay, but if for you not being able to do that or not trying to do that, you're already laying down, your weapons. You're calling it a game. You're not trying to win. Especially like what Vincent said, they're not trying to get a run game going with Josh Jacobs, not utilizing him for who he is because he is a talented back and his years are being wasted there in Las Vegas. So really, it just comes down to something very similar to the Broncos, the play calling. What is the play caller doing? They need to sit down and realize, hey, these are our playmakers. Let's get them the ball at all costs.
And I think that's the difference between when Davante Adams was with the Packers and when he was when he's now with the Raiders. The Packers always instilled the run game, whether it be 30% of the snaps during the game or 50% of the snaps. And now it's even more as the Packers don't have Davante Adams, but they have an offensive coordinator and a head coach that know that the run game is vital, especially when you want to pass it to one of your studs like Davante Adams. And right now the Raiders don't do that, man. It's pretty crazy. But another thing that really hurts them is their third down conversion. They're only at 50%. And when you have Davante Adams, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, and Renfro, how are you not completing passes or running the ball effectively on third down? It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, you have a lot of weapons out there. I don't know what they're doing over there in Las Vegas. They need to figure it out offensively. Defensively, did great the first half. Second half, what the hell happened? I mean, I get it. It's tough. You're trying to play a perfect game, and you offensively can't score any points. That's frustrating. It's tough. The defense is out there more. They're getting tired. It all plays a factor. Football is a team sport. It's a complementary sport. Okay, offense complements defense, complements special teams, so on and so forth. Let's go to another team, very similar. Okay, they're 0-2 now. Another team that we thought was going to start off very well, obviously did not. Lost 2 very winnable games. And let's talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. They could not run through the jungle. Compliments to Vince there for making that title. But very disappointing. Okay, the Cincinnati Bengals lose their season opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which should have been a dub. But you know what? Good job for the Steelers. They've played amazing, great defense, which we're going to get to the Steelers a little bit later. So stay tuned, Nestor. And then you're going up against a beaten down Dallas Cowboy team without Dak Prescott, with Ezekiel Elliott, where people were like, dude, this ain't the dude anymore. Okay, but you could have capitalized. You gave up a 14-point lead early in the game, and you settled for 3 back-to-back field goals. Now, that's not enough to win the game. You got to take risks there. You're a very talented team, and I get it. The offensive line is still a problem. It's a huge problem. You got to make it work. Ugh, you got to make it work. Okay, give up that run game. Give it up. Use Joe Mixon, use P. Ryan as a blocker and get the ball to your playmakers, which you have three amazing playmakers out there. T. Higgins, Boyd, Jamar Chase. You can make it happen. It was just, it's very disappointing to see these Super Bowl visitors just go 0-2. Just the Super Bowl hangover is supposed to be for the Super Bowl winner, not for the guys that lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very surprised with how the Bengals have started this season. It's very much looking like they were just a one-hit wonder. People were saying this is going to be like a dynasty for the Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to be back almost every single year. This is what we're going to get out of the Bengals. And I was like, yeah, I could see it happening, but they were the underdogs all last season going into those playoffs. And I think they have shown us that they weren't that great of a team. They just had a lot of things going for them at the time, with Jamar Chase playing incredible, their offensive, and then some great defensive plays here and there. And I think they've really just been exposed these first two games. I mean, the Steelers, I mean, not a great quarterback with Trubisky that you should be beaten by. And then Cooper Rush? Come on.
I do want to say Trubisky has been playing well.
Yes, he has. Okay, but
I don't want to downgrade him too much.
This isn't a Steelers team that you would say 100% would beat the Bengals.
Correct.
Nor a Cowboys team without Dak you would say that has a chance. They shouldn't have had a chance, in my
100%.
opinion, against the Bengals. These are you should have started this season 2-0, but here you are 0-2, and you got to figure something out. You 0-2, you have 11% chance of making the playoffs. 11% now. You have to figure something out. The very next game, I don't know off the top of my head who they're playing, but they need to start winning games, and they got to do it starting week 3.
I don't like to look into stats that much, Reed, just because, the Niners have started off very bad in the past few seasons. Like last year, we started off 2-5. We came back and went to the championship game. Granted, we didn't win it, but you know what? Stats, it just depends on the team. And we all know that the Bengals have the heart to do it. Okay, but it's their own fault. They set the standard. They are the standard of that division, and right now they're not proving it. I 100% agree. They have to figure out something. This is just unacceptable. What's going on, Juan? Appreciate you being here live, man. Thank you so much. Hey, go Cowboys! Good win for them. Cost me freaking money. But no, it's them boys. They got a chance because we predicted their schedule. These next two games, I do believe they have the Giants and the Washington Commanders. Very winnable games.
How about those Giants, though?
Those
Giants are 2-0.
Giants are 2-0, man.
Yeah,
Giants are 2-0. Bart Garrett, man, what's going on? Bengals at the Jets next week. Hey, Jets came back.
Yeah.
Jets. Jets came back.
They should be able to win this game.
They should be able to. Robert Saleh, though, man, that guy's fired up. But yes, they need to make a point here. And you know what? Winning by 6 points or less is not enough. They have to prove a point here. They have to win this game. They have to have a 10-point lead. They have a standard. Okay, they got to be there. And it was just very unimpressive. I like the Bengals, I do, but that's just not it, man. Those take a step backwards. Let's not do that. But Jets win. They pull off a dub. They come back. How crazy was that game? I had marked them off. I was already, feeling bad. They're going against the Cleveland Browns, which is a horrible fan base for what I've learned. Horrible fan base. And they win in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, man. How about Garrett Wilson? He's a good wide receiver. I'm not going to lie. I wrote him off a little bit just because he was going to the Jets. But he scored 30 points on fantasy.
That whole AFC North is mid. I kind of agree. I do. I kind of agree. I'm not going to back out there. But yeah, good for the Jets, man. They pulled out a dub. Another team that pulled out a dub, Tua.
Whoa.
He's a freaking G. Look at that guy. Hey, shout out to that guy on TikTok that said I was dead wrong about Tyreek Hill being a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. Congratulations, dude. You look great. Got your protein shake going on? Yeah, he was talking all this trash. Come at me again next time. But yeah. No. I'm not gonna back out. Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it. Clip that, Nestor. But yeah, Dolphins are looking good. Dolphins looking great. They went up against the Baltimore Ravens, correct? And you know what? They had a heck of a game. Lamar Jackson went off. He did great. He played very good. But
75-yard rush and a 75-yard passing touchdown. First time ever.
Yep.
He had a total 3 touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
I think so off the top of my head.
I can check right now while we talk about.
But yeah, Lamar Jackson looked incredible. I mean, I don't know how you played that well and then end up losing the game, but the Dolphins just played that much better.
Hey, Bart, I'm very happy you are here right now. Okay, I responded to you in the comment section. I believe that my 2 colleagues here owe you an apology.
Me?
Hey man, I don't know about that.
Bart came out and said that if the Dolphins lose, that he'll come live on the show and apologize.
Okay.
I feel like we owe him an apology.
All right. I like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Bart, we appreciate you being here, man.
I've been in the Dolphins corner for a long time. I just thought the way Lamar Jackson has been playing that he was gonna get the dub. But to answer your question, he had 3 touchdowns, passing, 1 rushing touchdown, 119 rushing yards.
Freaking nuts.
Insane.
Freaking nuts. Lamar's he's a GOAT, man. Bart, hey man, I stood by your corner, bro. I got outvoted, but you know what? It's all right. That's right. It says apology accepted. But you know what? Let's not downgrade Tua. Like Juan's right. Tua went off. He went out of here, man. And that guy's a cannon for an arm. A lot of people were questioning it. Yeah, the ball was a little underthrown. It's all right. But the accuracy? Ooh. Hey, what's up, man? Most accurate quarterback in the league? Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, man, he showed it in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he definitely did. And Tyreek Hill, he's still a factor. And that's exactly what the Raiders need to do with Devontae Adams. Find ways to get that guy involved. Find ways. Make it happen. The Bengals did it last year. They found ways to get Jamar Chase the ball. And look how that turned out. It's not turned out so great this year, but it's their offensive line. They got to figure some stuff out there. But yeah, very cool. Another team that did not have as much luck. Falcons can't fly through the pits, man. I will admit, I was very wrong about Kyle Pitts. I was very wrong about Kyle Pitts.
Who was right?
Oh,
not you, because you got Robert Tonyan.
Okay,
this is true.
Yeah.
No,
you were right.
He's gonna come back.
Yeah, like 2 catches, Reed.
I think it was like 1 this week. I don't remember.
You were right concerning Kyle Pitts, Reed.
I was right about Kyle Pitts.
You're right concerning Kyle Pitts. Vincent was right about concerning Kyle Pitts. He said he didn't believe in him as much as I did. Vince was mid about him. I was still pretty high on him just because I didn't think they had a lot of weapons, which they don't. Drake London barely got a touchdown. Good for him. But you know what? I think this game, even though they did not win, the Falcons have proven that they have a lot of fight in them.
They do.
They're going against the Rams, which start off very hot, and they came back. The Falcons came back. What was the score? 27-31.
Yes, sir.
It was by 1 score.
27.
Oh.
And the game against the Saints was by 1 point.
It was by 1 point.
26-27 is what they lost in week 1. So they're doing. I think they're doing just fine. They have a really, really balanced offense. It's just sometimes they get stuck. And I believe it's due to Pitts. If Pitts were to be able to be a factor, Cordell Patterson wouldn't have to do so much. Their quarterback, his name is slipping my mind, Mr. He used to
Marcus Mariota?
Yeah, Marcus Mariota. He's playing decently well. I believe he has 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which is not the greatest, but he's playing well. He's good at rushing, and he's a decent passer. So they're very balanced. It's just they can't capitalize at the end of the game, and they get outplayed on the last drive. But the Falcons, they're going in the right direction. They just need their stars to play a little bit better, and I think they'll start getting some wins.
Speaking of guys who were throwing interceptions, that kind of reminded me of someone. Do we eat L's? Question mark. Jameis Winston throwing back to back interceptions. Come on, dude. How are you gonna go out? What was that thing you sent me, Reed? They got in a huddle, right? And they're like, "Repeat after me," and he came up with a whole verse.
It was a poem. It was a poem.
It was a poem. It was a poem. You're very creative, Jameis. Very
Yes.
creative. Good job.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
He's
E
got
dubs.
an excellent career in media after this.
Oh,
Correct.
for
That's why you don't see Cam Newton here anymore because he's now in fashion designing. Um, James Winston, we could see you over there with Antonio Brown making a hit single. But whoa, that was bad. I get it. These two teams are rivals. There's a couple of fights that broke out. Lattimore got the boot.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans got the boot. They're suspended for a week. It's gonna hurt me in fantasy, but you know what? If you're like me on fantasy in all four of my leagues, I'm gonna be sitting down today, relaxing because it's lime time. Lime time, baby. Sorry about that, Reed. Reed's one of my opponents in one of the leagues, but
Yep.
he trusted Robert Tanyan.
You had a 40-point game from Tyreek.
And
Yeah, man.
hey,
Can't do much against that.
I got Tyreek in the fourth.
Yep.
Who's talking about Tyreek? Oh, that TikTok guy. I'm gonna find his name. I'm gonna put him on blast. I'm gonna ruin his life. Mark Garrett says Matty Ice is throwing a lot of picks too. What the hell happened in that game? The Jacksonville Jaguars shut out the Indianapolis Colts. The last time the Jaguars shut out a team was in 2017.
Wow.
And in 2017, the team that they shut out was the Indianapolis Colts. Oh my gosh. I was way too high on Matty Ice. I was way too high on him. I didn't believe in Julio Jones and what he said. I had a little more respect. But you know what? It just goes to show that it doesn't matter if you have, I can't even say elite team because Michael Pittman, he was out. He was ruled out that game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people rolled out that game.
There was a lot of people ruled out that game. And JT couldn't do it on his own. He could not do it on his own. And Matty Ice, he just looked bad. He looked bad. Oh, man. Especially when he tried to put the team on his shoulders, rolling out, scrambling, trying to make plays. He made mistakes. It looked really bad. I really hope they get things turning around just because I don't like to hear negative Pat McAfee on the show because I do like to listen to him. And Clown Town always bash on him. And I hope all you Jaguars fans, I hope you guys are sending him all these clown emojis because it sure is funny. But, yeah, that was quite wild. Jags and Jets both won. I think it's the end of the world, gentlemen. Oh, man. But you know what? What was it? 4 years ago, if you would have seen the Jets and Browns, no one even tuned into that game because they were the worst two teams out there. But Jags and Jets both win. Hopefully, this could be the turnaround because you know what they have in common? They are both very young teams. Young QBs, of course, Zach Wilson's injured, right? You got Joe Flacco, but he played very well. But, I mean, look at the receivers. Look at the Breece Hall, my boy. Breece Hall scored a touchdown. I was so pumped up. I was out on a lunch date with my fiance, and, of course, I had my phone. Every girl's going to hate me here. I had my phone here next to me, and I saw Breece Hall score a touchdown. I was like, oh, yeah. I had him on my bench. But good for him. And like a very young team. A lot of potential there. Safety of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Travis Etienne, who didn't start off very hot, but they still have a lot of young talent there, especially defensively. They got Walker out there. He's been playing phenomenal this season. So yeah, I think it's the end of the old world, Bart. End of the old world, in with the new world. Let's keep it moving. Let's see who else we got. We got the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, they win at home. Let's go. You should be excited. Watch the Commanders. They start off very hot. They didn't. Lions were proving a point that day. Yeah, they were shutting them out for a while, and then Commanders came in, got some points, gave it to my guy Curtis Samuel. Shout out for NSP Fantasy Talk, which we talked about him last week. If you haven't picked him up, go pick him up. What are you doing? Go pick that guy up. Vince beat me out in another league because he has him. And then Nestor, who's live here with the show with us, he listens to us. He picked him up as well. So good for y'all, winning y'all some leagues. But yeah, Detroit Lions, great for them. Great for them, man.
Monte Brown looks like one of the best wide receivers in the league right now.
39 points on fantasy, man. Insane.
Yep.
Who do you have that's in the NSP league? You have two wide receivers.
I have I know I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and let me double check. I don't want to say because I have 5 fantasy leagues, so I get mine mixed up a little bit. But I have Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra.
Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown probably going to be the top 2 wide receivers for week 2 for fantasy. and you just blew him out of the water. I think you're projected to get 190 points now.
170.
170 points. That's
Jeez.
awesome. Yeah.
Sorry, Israel. Sorry. Hey, at least the Cowboys won, though, man.
At least the Cowboys won. But yeah, guys, I think I'm ready.
All right, we're doing
Are
this.
you ready?
All
Everyone
right.
at home, I would like for you to do me a favor. As you know, I'm a big 49ers fan. This hurts me to say. Trey Lance went down. Not in a good way, not the strip club way. He went down
Oh my gosh.
where they had to cart him off with an inflatable cast. He broke his ankle while he was breaking other people's ankles. Prayers are sent out to him. What we need to do here at home, I want everyone to be involved here. Okay, everyone go out there. Nestor's ready. Go to your living room. Go wherever. Right. If you're with your parents, still go to your parents' room. I want you to grab a candle. Okay, I got my candle here. Picked it up. S'mores flavor because I know Trey Lance likes s'mores. Let's all light a candle for him. Okay,
All right.
we're gonna do this. This is for you, Trey. Oh my gosh, look at this guy with the
Jeez,
blowtorch.
Reed.
That's for you, Trey. Thank you. Thank you for putting your body out there in the line, and thank you for not bashing on the fan base like Justin Fields. You're much better than that. But yeah, let's get into it, guys.
All right.
Like I said, I'm going to talk more about this on my Friday video about the San Francisco 49ers. I put the wrong one. I hate this guy. Trey Lance, more like Trey Strip Club. We got to have a little laugh in there.
I can't believe you just did that by accident.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Yeah, I did it by accident. The 49ers win, but at what cost? That we lose our franchise quarterback, but you know what? It's okay. I mean, it's really not okay, but we signed that insurance policy, the Jimmy G insurance policy. It hurt. Literally, you could ask my girl. I was sitting down on the couch just like, did this really just happen? The 49ers are cursed every single year. They get an injury down, a big time injury. Last year is Jason Verrett. The year before that, Nick Bosa. The year before that, Jimmy G. I mean, come on, man. God, give me a break.
Are we going to see Jimmy G on the State Farm commercials? Because he's the best insurance policy out there right now.
He is. Damn, I like clip that, baby. Clip that. I mean, that needs to be a tweet. We need to tweet that out. They look better with Jimmy G. I don't think that's fair to say.
I think it is fair to say.
No. How is that fair to say, Reed?
I think they looked a lot better. The whole energy around the team, like, yes, everybody was sad for Trey Lance, but everybody loved having Jimmy G out there. Everybody loves Jimmy G. They trust Jimmy G. They know they can win with Jimmy G.
And I accepted that.
Mhm.
And I did see it. It was obvious. The team was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. They were cheering the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, they were hitting him on the head. He had the smile.
But just like the fan base, it's okay to like both quarterbacks. You know they don't dislike Trey. Do they like one more than the other? Yeah, they're human. Your parents like one more than the other. And I will proudly say I'm the favorite out of my siblings. Proudly. But team looked great. Jimmy G, you know, he looked like he hasn't played. And that's because he hasn't. And you know what Kyle Shanahan said? He had to throw away most of the playbook because the majority of the playbook was built for Trey Lance. And honestly, I wasn't very impressed with the playbook. It reminded me of a college-style playbook. Very creative, but I don't know if it was going to work. But we don't know. We won't find out anymore. Okay? We know what we're going to get with Jimmy G. He's good. We're going to have a successful season. And I'm confidently saying that. He has to stay healthy now. My dad texts me. He's very excited. He's a Jimmy G guy, as am I, right? I'm both. But my dad texts me, is this good? Is this a good thing? I said it's not a bad thing because we know what we're going to get. We're going to get to the playoffs. That's fine. We could do it with Jimmy G. We know what we got. He has to stay healthy. But here's what I'm most concerned about is our future. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, what's going to happen? We got Jimmy G for this year and this year only. Trey Lance, huge injury. He's going to be out the whole season. He's not going to be as mobile when he gets back. I don't know what we're going to get. This is going to be 2 years not knowing what we have, what we invested so much into for. That's why it's kind of we're in the dark. So my prediction here is Jimmy G will be our franchise quarterback for the next 2 to 5 years. He will be. And Trey Lance will be our backup and will come out whenever he is ready to come out or whenever Jimmy G proves that he can no longer be the starter. That's why we did it. Yeah. That's why we did it. Niners came out with a dub. If you want to know how I really feel, go check us out on NSP Football Talk on TikTok. That's how I really feel. Just posted today.
Okay.
It hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts. But you know what? We got to keep on moving forward. And just like every team, just like how we're doing, just like how the 49ers are going to be doing, we're going to keep on grinding. Okay, but that's what it's all about. Football, we deal with injuries. Unfortunately, that was our future franchise quarterback. Prayers sent out to him. I know the team loves him. I know the team loves Jimmy G. That's why I'm still happy because I still love Jimmy G, and we're going to have each other's back. Jimmy G posted after the game, we all have Trey Lance's back, and we are ready for him to come back. By Jimmy G saying that, Jimmy G, he knows he's out for the season. He's kind of hinting that he's going to want to be with the Niners next year. We're excited. But yeah, that's how I feel. Like I said, I want to go more in depth about Trey Lance's injury and what it means about the San Francisco 49ers on Friday.
All right. I think this makes the Niners a better team. Trey Lance going down.
And I said that. During, I think you're on the podcast too, Reed.
Yep.
The Niners will have a better record if Jimmy G starts.
Mm-hmm.
They will. But I wanted it for the experience.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's our franchise QB. It's always great having the most handsome quarterback in the league for your team.
Yeah, man. I'm about to go drop him in one of my fantasies and pick up Jimmy G.
Hey, man. He threw for a touchdown. He rushed for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Looks good. All right. Y'all have anything else to say for week 2?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, we did. All right. Last thing, as requested, what's our predictions for tonight? We got 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with what I feel like the obvious one. The Tennessee Titans going against the Buffalo Bills. You got something, Vince?
The Bills.
He has the Bills. Fantasy-wise, I think Derrick Henry will be a factor. He will play very well, but the Buffalo Bills are just too much of a powerhouse, both offensively and defensively. It's going to overwhelm the Tennessee Titans by a landslide. The key is here, can the Titans keep up with the Bills? If they do so, they will have a chance this season. If not, Titans fans, be scared.
Yeah. I've got Bills winning, I'd say 30-7.
Oh.
Yep.
30-7?
Yep.
I say 31-17. I give the Titans a little bit more respect than that.
Nah.
I was going to say 27-13. So
it's too many points for the Titans.
Hey, man. Tighten up, baby. Next game. We got the Minnesota Vikings going against the Philadelphia Eagles. People are still very high on the Eagles. Outside of Jalen Hurts, outside of A.J. Brown, I'll even throw in Miles Sanders there.
Yeah, he's been doing all right.
What they got? Do they have enough to stop Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook? I'll even throw in Adam Thielen. Do they have enough? I think the defense will have their hands full with a mobile quarterback, but offensively they're going to be able to keep up, and defense just need a few more stops than the Eagles, and that's game. I think it's going to be a close game. I have the okay. Let's do this here. I got the Vikings 34-27.
Ooh, high scoring game.
High scoring game.
The defenses are not that great. So yeah, I would say I'm gonna say it's gonna be an even higher scoring game. I think it's gonna be 40-35.
Ooh, whoa! Jeez. All right.
Well,
who do you got though?
Vikings.
Okay. I'm staying true to what I said during our Saturday video. I think the Eagles are gonna win this game, and I say 24-17.
Ooh, okay. 24-17. All right. Okay. So there you have it. We got the Bills going, and then Vince and I got the Vikings, while Reed has the Eagles. We appreciate every single one of y'all joining us live. Bart has Bills and Vikings. I think majority of the people have Bills and Vikings. Majority of the people, I would say. I think the Vikings are favored. It's very close. But thank you everyone for joining us here live. If you haven't yet, I'm gonna keep on pushing it because I want to push it more and more. Go find us on TikTok, NSP Football Talk. We put out some good content out there. It's not like this. It's short. It's funny. At least I think it's funny, and I just think it's fun. It's good to pass out the time. All right, but thank you all so much. Join us tomorrow for Fantasy Talk. And then we got more videos coming out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We got videos coming out every single day. These guys, we look like we're in a cult. I'm gonna shut off my light here. Everyone at home, bring your candles out. Let's all end this show off together. Appreciate every single one of y'all being here. And until next time, keep on grinding.